about it, think 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 about it.
What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy, Go Black to Africa. Check it out. You see it? This is the interesting thing that I saw in this when I drove past and said, wow, these people are going for a ride. Or are they being taken for a ride? You know, sometimes we have to stop and pause and check out the journey we're on in life to see whether or not there is a meaning, a plan, a plot into having us fooled in believing that we're going somewhere. Now, I know some of you all, believe that in life you've chose and picked and determined what was best for you when it came to your occupation, where you live, what your interests are. But many people are starting to wake up and see that there were things that were intentionally put in your path for you to make selections, and that it kind of directed and channeled you along the way to where you are today. Now, these people right here on this bus that you see, they're being taken for a ride. You know how it is. You go on a tour bus and they tour you around. And they've already planned where they're going to show and expose you to. Now, would they show you the truth of what a country, a city is really like? Will they really take you to all the places and the spots? Or are they only going to show you areas that will please you? Take you to places where only you will enjoy, have fun, and believe that that area, that place, is all made up to what they expose you to. Isn't that how we make choices in life? That we have biases, we have prejudice into believing certain things are best for us or that are not. I have gotten some of the most influential words of wisdom by the common man in probably some of the places you would have never thought you could hear, learn from people who are outside of the norm. In Africa, as well as in America, as well as in other countries I've been to. You see, sometimes the surface of things are not what's really it's out meant to be. Sometimes when you scratch beneath the surface, you'll see a total different story of what is laid out before you. Now, I know that in our societies, we tend to take on what was given us. Going to educational schools, the books that were selected so that you can read and believe, as well as the studies, the research that we so often do by the information that is readily available to us, whatever it may be that has been presented to us in front of us. For instance, you go on Google and you type in a subject matter, and isn't it interesting how did the information decide to select which one takes priority over the other for you to be able to read, research, and study off of? Who has the say? Because this world is beyond just the country you live in. I mean, you got researchers and doctors, and you got all of these different astrologers and all of these different professions of all these writings and books and people who have found what is to be. And yet, when you research or Google something, the information has come up in a pecking order. Now, how is that? And how do I know to determine that this information given to me is not selected by those who are behind the scenes? Well, you got to know that that's the case. And so we go on and read inside of these so-called links, and it links you to the information, and then you put it in your brain, and you will believe what you just read is facts. I'm here to submit to you, family, that we need to go ahead and get off the bus, because in our society today, we're being taken for a ride. You know how many people fight to come into America, and yet they really don't know the truth of the whole big picture? I mean, most people don't understand that, America has its, drug problems. It has its imprisonment problems. It has its homeless problems. It has its, unemployment problems. Its racial problems. It has all of these problems. But then because they have shown and depicted how America is on TV, on the music videos, that everybody thinks that America's the place that you can get wealth. Now, I ain't saying that you can't. But what they don't tell you is the journey it will take to get there. Because very few people have gotten to a place of wealth. And my definition of wealth is when you get to use your money to work for you instead of you working for the money. So now, keep in mind that we all, to include myself, have been taken on a ride. The question of it is that are you going to find for self and do your rightful journey or research on your journey to be able to get as close as possible to your truth? Because like these people right here, they're smiling and this bus is a-rolling. And it's only going to take the turns, the paths that driver right up there picks and chooses where he wants to take you. And while you sit there in this life in awe, you'll find out that that path that you're on may not just be the one for you. So I say to you all, get out of the norm. Start to find your truth. Get off that bus. Because, the bus is only driven by one. And who has the power to lay out the path on this bus has the heaviest impact in your life in selecting for you and getting your perception to believe what they determined for you and your path. This is your man, not your boy. Gold Black to Africa.
Think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it.